Hi. Can't hear.
Sorry, I forgot my microphone was muted.
It's fine.
How you been? It's been like a week.
Good. Is
I'm
my
glad to
camera
hear it.
on or off?
Right now it's off.
Okay.
I mean, this seems to be nice so far.
Yes.
It is kind of nice. This thing does automatic captions, which is kind of weird.
Apparently it does. Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently the main problem is when there's a lot of people on.
Right. Well,
It's like
which
grabby.
to be fair, hey Soraya. To be fair, it's nothing tells me there's going to be a lot of people ever.
Wait, Mr. Mulick, I have a question.
Yes.
Did we have a test result assignment that? Because I saw your comment on Google Classroom, and I thought, like, wait, did we have a test result assignment due yesterday?
No, you had one.
Yeah, the day before yesterday.
You had one due on Wednesday morning that I assigned on Monday.
The equilibrium review.
Yeah, which actually is something I like. So I'm playtesting this, but I also kind of want to do a couple, like, I kind of want to pull up. How do I do this? New window. Those grades were lower.
Really?
Yeah.
Like short response or just multiple choice?
Overall.
Oh.
Overall.
Oh.
Most people did fine, but then there's a couple people who got like 4 or 5 wrong.
Oh.
But I wouldn't mind showing you guys what it looks like from my end. I think.
Wait, are we going to be doing Google Meet instead of Zoom?
Well, I can't do Zoom.
It's
against the rules.
I mean, the British government is using it, and so it's not good enough for the DOE, but it's good enough for Parliament.
It's a question of
security.
Hey, Andy, it's a question of, like, I didn't set passwords.
Yeah.
So, like, there's things like that, but then there's also, the British government's using it, and the British government might actually have VPNs in place, and not to say that all of you do. Right? Like, there's a number of variables. So if I share that, okay.
Well, someone's here. Oh, it added you as another person.
Right. So there's me, the presentation.
And then the face cam.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Me, the camera.
Yes.
I don't want that.
It took so long to sign up for Microsoft Teams.
I'm sorry, but I'm glad I'm kind of walking away from it. No.
Okay.
No, because it kept directing me to the same site again and again, and I was just like trying to sign up, and it takes me to the same site for like 15 minutes straight. And then finally, like, I realized that I was typing at schools.nyc.gov instead of like at nycstudent.net or whatever.
So if I click on this, can I click there? Can you guys see this window right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Period 9.
So I actually can't see any of you now. So hold on 1 second. Can you still see the window?
Change windows.
Yes, we can. It's probably frozen, I would guess.
Yeah.
Right, because now you can't, that's the thing. I can't do anything with it.
You pinned it.
Yeah.
You just go back to that window and we can still see it.
Right, but then I can't see you.
Yeah, I know. I had to set it up for my mom, so I know what it looks like from like the teacher's end. So it's like you sometimes have to keep on pressing present again.
Right.
Teacher?
Yeah.
Or if I just go back here, I think then now you can see it again. And
my
mouse is moving.
Back to the window. Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah. So okay. So then let me click on this. Okay. How many things can I click on at once? Look at all this data.
It's so pretty.
I can't make any sense of this. Is too much data.
Random numbers.
Wait, why are there different averages? Oh, that's for different assignments.
Different classes, different assignments.
Oh, okay.
Item analysis. That's what I wanted. There we go.
Oh, the bottom You didn't grade yet.
No,
Okay,
I did. It just doesn't do item analysis on those
Oh.
for some reason. It just marks right or wrong. Or no, it doesn't even mark right or wrong. It just marks not.
Yeah.
Because I went through and graded them. You all got grades for them. You should be able to see them. And then if I click on 2, it actually shows me the question, which is really, so I like that. But also I feel like I could pull this off in Twitch just as easily.
What's that?
The only difference is you all can't talk. But it depends. Like I could also just, instead of doing Meet, I could just set up a Discord voice chat and let you all do that.
Discord is weird.
You could stream on Discord.
Yeah.
I can also stream my desktop. So it's like we've got like now several things that all accomplish the same thing.
Yeah, I was in my car, and because we went shopping to a Costco in like Princeton, because there was less people there, and it wouldn't let me log onto Discord because I'm not at the usual IP address that I am. It was so weird, and I kept on pressing confirm. It's me, confirm, but it wouldn't do anything. So
it should be just sending you an email confirming.
It did, and I confirmed it, and it still didn't let me log on. So yeah,
that's weird.
You can mute us, Mr. Mulek.
I can.
Yeah.
I don't have a mute all button as far as I can see.
Yeah.
So let me
Discord does have a server mute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can mute you, but then only you can unmute yourself. So if someone's being annoying, I can mute them, but then they can just unmute themselves anyway.
But they wouldn't. I don't think they would.
Probably not. Yeah.
So this is the thing. Zoom was nice because I was a presenter. I had control. Here it's like I think we're all on equal footing.
Oh yeah, because like I think maybe even I could present my screen.
Right. Like we can all do stuff.
Streaming on Discord or something.
Anyone can also be. I mean, you
Go
can
ahead.
you can disable other people streaming for Discord, so that only certain roles can.
Right.
Yeah.
My role has all the permissions, and your guys' roles have significantly fewer permissions.
Yes.
Oh, good. The mic is working. So like that's a benefit for that. I mean, this works. It's simple. It's sleek.
But you can't put a video background up.
No, you can't. That is true.
More options. Change layout, full screen, captions.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
But captions is kind of it's kind of fun because it will actually fill them in as we go along, and you can see how good it is at translating our voice.
Wait, so are you gonna also be tracking our like participation based on like how much we go on Discord and like these meets and stuff?
Maybe originally I had thought about that, but at this point I'm getting enough grades from the worksheets we do and from the wizard assignments that I don't think that's necessary.
Okay.
I mean, if people have been showing up here to get grades, I appreciate it, and that's great.
No.
But it would be better. I mean, I would rather. You can come by to check in. I don't need to grade you on your ability to check in. It's more that like, hey, if you want to talk to a person you haven't talked to in a while, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is weird. It's translated.
The worksheets that we get, are those graded on like if we because for some of them, like for the one we just had, okay, because I was kind of confused as like how to word it properly.
Yeah.
Now for those, I'm telling you to fill them in because I want you to fill them in. Honestly, it's like I'm checking that you do them. It's up to you guys if you want to make something out of that. That's why I give you the answer keys. I want you to go back and check your work, but it ends up occupying the bulk of my day, keeping up with late work, posting new work, and grading the homework assignments and getting all the grades up to date. Like that, and then like answering your questions as they pop up, like that ends up filling most of my day. So I don't need to go check even more work. Interestingly, this is kind of neat. Interestingly, with this, the most missed question was about temperature. And with this, the most missed question was about temperature. And with this, the most missed question was about parts per million still.
Concentration.
Yeah, well, that was the review one. And then this was good. So this is good. Like, this is something I know we haven't been done. Oh, look,
Temperature.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is something we haven't done with office hours, but I know other teachers are doing it, and I'd like to. I think people didn't really think to look at table I, because all 4 of these are on table I.
Yeah. That's the
I don't know off the top of my head if all of them are positive. No, they're not, because sodium hydroxide and lithium bromide are both negative.
Yeah, they're all.
This one's more positive than sodium chloride. But yeah, like we could go through those if anything pops up where people have questions, but this would at least put a little bit more direction to our meetings. This one, the most missed answer, people said increasing pressure. And I think people thought that increasing pressure always shifts to the right because there were a couple of examples. Not the case. Not the case. I don't know. This seems nice enough. The one thing it's missing is a whiteboard. But I could very easily just share a blank PowerPoint and write on it. But then I keep having to jump back and forth between this and that, which is fine. It depends on how much you guys see value to having your voices heard versus typing a question. That's really the only difference between the two.
Okay, I have a question. So in terms of pressure, so sometimes when there's like an equal number of moles on each side of the equation and like you increase pressure, will that always stay the same? Will equilibrium always like not change? Or are there any exceptions to that?
There's no exception. As much as I hate making the elements people, it's almost like an equilibrium is a living thing. It's almost like it. And so if there's no way to fix a problem, then nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah, so like equilibrium will shift to alleviate the stress. If shifting won't alleviate the stress, then equilibrium won't shift.
Nice use of personification.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it, but yeah. I mean, getting away from it, you won't observe a change unless the change is productive.
Yeah.
Right. But how do they know what productive is, right? But that's the thing. They don't know what productive is, and that's why it works. Okay.
Mr. Mulick, on
Yes.
one time on Test Wizard, I got credit right away because I guess somehow I wrote word for word what the answer key was, and it was so weird. Like I got 90%, and I was so. In case you saw that, I did not cheat. I did not look up the answer.
How would you be able to look at the answer?
I don't know, but for some
I'm
reason,
not saying that one out
credit.
loud. There's a couple ways.
Oh. How to get answers on Test Wizard.
Not as hard as you think. Would you guys want I wrote I can put up practice. I'm trying to find the middle ground between letting people have a break, letting people have religious observance, and then also because I hear it when you guys talk that there's a lot of people who want to keep up, to not fall behind. Would you guys want me to put practice up?
Yeah. If you could
Okay,
put
'cause
up, practice wait, but we're not taking the regents anymore, so.
Well, and so this is the thing that I don't know about, right? So here's where the situation stands. 10%, 8% of your grade is a final.
Yeah.
We said the final was the regents.
Yeah.
But
We don't have to give you a final. We could just take that 8% and sprinkle it back over like tests or homeworks or whatever. I mean, we could say sprinkle it over homeworks and participation because that's now the bulk of your work, and let those things count more. Or, I mean, we can try and figure out some way. I mean, I have it in my head. If we don't go back to school, I'd like to try and open up some sort of project type stuff. Not like 10-page paper project, but just something that involves work and showing understanding that isn't sitting down and taking a test, because I feel bad for putting this out there, but there are ways to cheat at this Test Wizard.
oh.
There are ways to try and figure out answers. And if I'm just giving you a test, even if I impose a time limit, it's questionable. I mean,
Didn't you say that the
the Regents questions? And if they are Regents questions, you can look them up.
Yeah.
And there is nothing to stop you guys from getting on a phone with each other and taking something together. And since it's homework, I mean, I encourage you guys to work together. I discourage you from going and verbatim copying the answers because that's not learning. But if you're confused, that's why people ask questions, I answer them. I'm trying to help. But if I'm giving a test, that's not really how that's supposed to work. So I don't want to give tests if we're not in school. But at the same time, I want to finish the year. So like culminate the year with something. And I don't know what that looks like yet.
My geometry teacher gave us like a test on Schoology, and it was like a practice, like some practice regions questions. And he said it was only for participation to see how we would have done on like a part of the regions and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
But like again, you could search those things up too.
Right. And but also like they're saying they're doing it for your benefit. They're counting it as a homework. And that's what I'm kind of looking at this week saying. Like, here's my bank. This isn't even the full bank of questions. I can go into state tests and I can literally assign you regions from years going all the way back to the 70s. Which actually assigning you guys the regions from before 2002 wouldn't be a bad idea. Because that's pretty close to the honors curriculum.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it got easier.
They gutted the curriculum in 2002.
They tried like so that people could pass easily.
It wasn't just that. They what they did was they said let's go for depth of knowledge instead of width of knowledge.
More.
And so it used to be a complete multiple choice test, and the first part was 55 questions and it was worth 65 points, and the second part was 12 sections, and you get to pick any 7.
Oh.
And each of those counted for 5 points, and so it added up to 100. So that was the regions I took in 2001. And so when I took it, I just took the whole test, and then I said, which 7 am I like 100% sure I got them all right? Which is not the same test you guys have, because you have to like come up with words. You have to think. And so it's a different expectation of knowledge. And so equilibrium constants, I had to learn that. Sublevels, I had to learn that in regions chemistry. And now that's not the case. But I also have years of stuff that I have made going back all the way to 2014 that I can assign any of these to any of you, and you can get answers off of them. So I can do that really easily.
Which is
why I like this website.
Would you be able to put up like purely like honors questions for practice, or would like like that you only give like the honor students?
Well, got some. I've got more.
Wow.
But and I'm not, I mean, this is just what I have already made. I'm also not unwilling to write something pretty quickly, because that's why I like this website. Picking things fairly quick. Fake quiz matter. Okay. Free multiple choice honors. Mid-year 2020. Look familiar, anyone?
Yeah.
Can't imagine why. I mean, yeah, no, I'm willing to do that. And it should only take me a few minutes to come up with any. It should only take me a few minutes to come up with any sort of practice. And like I said, I'll put it in such a way that I'll only pick multiple choice. It'll grade it for you. I won't count the grades. Just to, if you want the practice, it's there. I can do that, no problem. I feel like this is fine. This works well enough. I only went to Teams because it's what the DOE was pushing really hard, and then they suddenly said, oh yeah, Google Meet works fine too. This was easy enough to set up because people just popped into it. I don't know. If you guys got questions, you can ask. They don't have to be about school, but otherwise we can chill, or you all can go about your business, and I can slowly think about eating lunch.
What's for lunch?
Oh, definitely salad.
What's for dinner?
Well, that's the thing. I've been ordering takeout for like several days now. So
What's for breakfast?
Breakfast today was a protein shake and avocado toast.
Yogurt. Oh.
I think you're always eating so healthy. Like always in class, you're eating like an apple or something.
An apple.
Oh yes, but that's because when I get to dinner, I have absolute garbage, so it balances out.
That's like what I do for school, like breakfast and like lunch. I'm not that hungry, and then when I come home for dinner, I'm just like.
And then you eat all the garbage.
Yeah.
No, I spend my time eating garbage food from eating really unhealthy food from Jay's, like getting a quesadilla or something, and then I'll try to have something healthier.
Try.
What do you guys want honors practice about? Because I can write it literally while you're
Now stuff.
Now
Like,
stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe equilibrium.
The last few honors topics.
We'll do thermochem and equilibrium.
Yeah.
This bank is not great.
Questions would they give for like Gibbs? Like, would they give any like questions on like Gibbs Energy?
Or how about like equilibrium?
Like, what would those questions look like?
There you go.
Is there math involved? Oh, I guess there is.
Now, this is not
32,000.
This is not necessarily fully indicative of what you'll see on the SAT2, but take this question. Wow, that's an ominous number. When you're taking the SAT2, you don't get a calculator. But while you don't get a calculator, look at your answer choices.
Mm-hmm.
Two of them are nowhere near each other, and then the other three are all grouped. So like if you do really, really super rounded math, you might be able to come up with a rough answer kind of quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the idea. Since the entropy change is negative, that means your delta G is going to, that ends up being a plus T delta S. So it's going to be negative 210 kilojoules plus something. So it's going to be less than or closer to 0 than negative 210. So it makes sense that the answer is B.
Yeah.
And I didn't use a calculator, and I didn't calculate a single number. And so that's the thing that we haven't really spent a lot of time doing. You have to wean yourself off of a calculator. I'm not even really reading these. I spend a little bit more energy when I'm writing your tests and writing your quizzes, but for this, I don't care. Like, this is fine.
Caption.
What I do like about this website is I can also click on that and I can see where I've used this before. Apparently, this question showed up on the test 9 2 years ago.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I can make sure I don't repeat myself.
I like the captions.
That's where I've used them, yeah. We're up to 12 questions. I should do this. Oh, I love these questions. Should I put that in there? I'll put it in there. We didn't talk about rate laws, but I gave you guys the videos.
Yeah.
Since I'm not grading it, it doesn't matter, right?
Mr. Mulick, so
Yep.
one day, it was on the 7th, I think, I forgot to fill out my attendance, and then, like, I did the correction form, and they asked for a teacher, so I put your name. Is that okay? Because I was on Discord that day.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No one got in contact with me yet, so I don't know how we're handling the whole attendance thing. What am I doing? Chemical processes, exo. Sure. 27? I don't like 27. How about
27 or 27,771?
27? You can see up at the top, there's 28 questions right now.
23,919.
Okay, save. So, and then I go assign test, and I can assign it to just you guys. Start anytime, no due date, no time limit. Assignment. And there you go.
Thank you.
So you guys now have some practice. No, I want to show you. It's kind of funny. The window, is it still back on the test wizard window, or did it update?
No, it's just to
On schedule.
All right. So this is actually kind of funny.
Camille Perez has a birthday on it.
So this is what they send us when people are absent. This is for yesterday, and here are the number of kids who did not put in their
Oh my god, that's so many.
Wow.
I forgot to like.
And no, it's no judgment. I'm just saying you're not alone, and I think they haven't figured out what.
They asked for a teacher that you were in contact with.
Right, and I just think they don't know what to do with like fixing that, because they asked who to ask, but that means some person is going to have to email me and ask if you were there yesterday or whatever, the day before. And so like, I just think they haven't gotten to it yet. Or they're trying to like put them all together so they can send me like one email a week or something, because like it's going to be rough.
Yeah, I sent an alert so that now they're going to email me whenever there's anything.
Yeah. All right, so I made you practice. There we go. I did something productive. I checked your guys' work. I made some practice. I feel accomplished today. I mean, it's not the only thing I've done. I've been doing things all day, but I think I graded all of you. Yeah, I graded everything. I entered grades. I opened up all the test wizard assignments so people can do them.
Ooh. Okay, my laptop's gonna die. Bye.
Well, I originally scheduled this for half an hour, so I just wanted to test out how this worked. It looks like it's working pretty well.
Yeah.
I want to try Twitch tomorrow. Just do the same thing, and we'll see how it looks.
What is it? What is the website?
I'll post it tomorrow.
It's a gaming thing.
Yeah, but it also allows me to stream my desktop, and so that has its own benefits.
Okay.
So we'll see.
This is good.
But I have this. I have my data. This seems simple. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, go eat lunch or go back to sleep, everyone.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Salad.
Bye.
Bye.